Napoli dropping points earlier against Verona hands Inter the chance to stretch their lead over their rivals to 4 points going into their San Siro showdown this weekend. But up first, 14th place Parma, who are targeting a positive result in their quest to stay in Serie A. And we're up and running into playing from left to right, looking to make it 6 wins on the spin. As Pier Esposito flicks it on for Luis Enrique. Akanji. Dimarco, former Parma player. Pier Esposito, nicely done. Mkhitaryan, Lautaro Martinez, just wide. And the whistle goes from the referee. Inter have only failed to score in 1 fixture this season. That was against Milan. They've won 6 of their 8 away games. To extend that run here. Luis Enrique. Trying to find Pier Esposito. Çalhanoğlu, Pier Esposito! Well held by Corvi. Lautaro Martinez, Pier Esposito. With Lautaro Martinez now, Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Luis Enrique trying to catch out Corvi. No corner. Comes Augusto. Dimarco dropping deep. Akanji. Pier Esposito. Good work by Inter. Mkhitaryan, Sucic. Lots of space opening up here for Inter. Luis Enrique. Still with Luis Enrique. Now Bisek has a go! Corvi and the bar. Denying the Inter defender. Tipped onto the frame of the goal by the Parma keeper. Stagno. Parma not too far from Milano, just over an hour's drive. Mkhitaryan, first that loose ball. Still with Mkhitaryan. Dimarco. Lautaro Martinez! Well, you expect him to hit the target. Lautaro Martinez, renowned for his aerial prowess. Inter as a team, so strong in the air. And again, it's Inter asking questions, Inter knocking on that door. Bisek, which is one of the reasons why he decided to leave Inter. And he certainly bowed out in style, guiding and firing Inter to a Champions League berth. Çalhanoğlu, Pier Esposito, again Inter trying that aerial route. Sucic for Lautaro Martinez, trying to get there still with Sucic. Luis Enrique, Corvi comes, Corvi claims. We'll be hoping he can keep his starting jersey. Corvi when Suzuki returns. Dimarco, Lautaro Martinez back with Dimarco. This is Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Well, time and time again we've seen those go in from the Turkey international, not on that occasion. Cercati, the Australian international. Valeri. This is promising for Parma. Pellegrino. Back with Valeri. On Draker! So unlucky. The man who netted here last term against Inter. Very nearly doing it again, but at the other end of the ground. Great counter-attacking football by Parma. On Draker. Thwarted by the woodwork. So both sides then pressing their luck. And a woodwork woe for Parma as well, then not just Inter. Mkhitaryan. Carlos Augusto. Pio Esposito! Oh, the Inter hitman. Now, Mkhitaryan. Dimarco. Mkhitaryan. They come here to Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Pio Esposito tried to connect with the header. Not that Parma will be complaining. Will certainly take a point against the Milanese giants. Dimarco. Carlos Augusto. Comes to Lautaro Martinez. Straight at Corvi. That was a golden chance. Just won't go in for Inter in this first half. Akanji, good challenge. As the away fans pipe up, looking to get behind their team. Luis Enrique. Çalhanoğlu. Bisek. Sucic. Carlos Augusto. Here is Mkhitaryan. Çalhanoğlu. Dimarco. Patient build-up play this by Inter. Mkhitaryan. Dimarco. Pio Esposito. Now Dimarco! But the arm goes up. Moments before the break. Dimarco finding the back of the net. And the referee has ruled it out. Dimarco just asking why.
Il numero 32 non parte in posizione di fuorigioco, quindi la rete è regolare.
The goal does stand. Dimarco wasn't offside. So after a couple of minutes wait, Inter can celebrate. Dimarco does give Inter the breakthrough just before the interval. And with his weaker foot as well, Federico Dimarco giving the Nerazzurri the breakthrough. Dimarco against one of his former clubs. And for all the chances they've created, Inter deserve the lead. Valeri. On Draker, was there a foul? Valeri felt he was body checked there by Bisek. Referee, good view of it. Well, the referee brings the first half to a close. Federico Dimarco, his goal splits the teams at the interval. Hello again and welcome back to the Tardini. Parma currently trailing 1-0. Oristagno. Ondrejka. Wins the foul. Ondrejka certainly one of Parma's better performers. Valeri. Del Prato. Unable to steer the header on target. Rico Del Prato, the Parma skipper. Luis Enrique. Çalhanoğlu. Bisek. Sucic! Palmed away by Corvi. And the whistle goes. Was there an offside? There was. Bisek. Luis Enrique back with Bisek. Akanji. Çalhanoğlu, here is Esposito, comes to Mkhitaryan. It's well held by Corvi. Struck well by the Inter midfielder. Corvi got his body behind the ball. Keeps it at 1-0. Keeps Parma in the game. Sucic. Bisek. May come into Pio Esposito. He's fired it over. He knows that was a good chance. Pio Esposito. This time maybe running out as well. Boni, Thuram both on the bench. Mkhitaryan. Sucic now looking to seal it! And he's failed in his quest to wrap up the win there, Sucic. Gilt-edged chance, he knows it. Unmarked. Maybe had too much time to think about it. Valeri with the corner. Got it down. Britschke. Here's Valeri. Unable to fire it back across the face of the box there. Emanuele Valeri. Mkhitaryan. Rolled across. Zielinski clearly handled it there. Zielinski saying Inzaghi had his starters and his players he always looked to. Basically, saying those maybe on the fringes. In the meantime, then Thuram comes on. Straight swap for Pio Esposito. Mkhitaryan, Dimarco. Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez. Maybe a rush of blood to the head there. Should be his last league goal for Inter. It was in the game that Inter sealed the title against Milan in April 2024. Your candidates in the meantime for player of the match. His last goal in all competitions, meanwhile, against Barcelona, that epic semi-final last term. Boni's also set to come on then. Return to the Tardini for Boni. Boni, who put his name on the map here with Parma, earning this move to Inter over the summer, and reunited, of course, with Christian Chivu, who worked together in the second half of last season here. Sorensen. Maybe a late chance here for Parma. And it comes. Cutrone couldn't keep it down. Barella, Thuram. Barella, Boni! On his return to the Tardini, Boni wraps up the win for the Nerazzurri. No celebration against his former employers, against the club where he put his name on the map and earned this move to Inter over the summer. The past is Parma. The present and future is Inter for Boni. Lots of respect towards his former fans, but inside he will be delighted because his goal has earned Inter a 6th successive Serie A win. Barella winning it back in the build-up, and Barella just patiently waiting to release Boni. Boni is now back from injury as well, and back with a bang. Key to their survival last season with Parma, Boni. Now he's fighting for loftier ambitions. That's what the referee has to check. Boni clearly onside, so that's not what they're checking. It's earlier, Marcus Thuram, did he handle the ball? Let's listen in to what the referee has to say.
A seguito di revisione, il numero 9 tocca il pallone con la mano in maniera punibile nell'azione che ha portato alla rete. Di conseguenza fallo.
Handball then by Marcus Thuram in the build-up, so the goal won't stand. Boni doesn't score then on his return to the Tardini. Booted upfield, one last roll of the dice for Parma. Barella. Here is Thuram, one-on-one with the keeper. Thuram! He does it again against Parma, Marcus Thuram. Netted home and away last season against the Giallo-Blu. And he extends his scoring streak against his father's former club. And now Inter do seal it. And Inter can now celebrate their 6th successive Serie A win. Barella with the ball upfield, Thuram chasing. Parma exposed after getting men forward in their quest to try and find a late leveller. Wasn't to be. Cool finish from Marcus Thuram. Beyond Corvi, and it is game, set and match. Thuram maybe felt he had to make amends then after the handball a few moments ago, denying Boni a goal. Final score then here, Parma 0, Inter 2.